G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today, and good morning to you too, Cherry. Good evening to you. Sorry, I meant to say. G'day Janice. Thank you so much for moderating today. All right, we've got a few things to talk about today, apart from coloured pencils, which is the project which I'm doing right now. I just wanted to put on my glasses so I can see. Oh, that's so much clearer. Okay, there's a few things. I wanted to talk about an experiment that I will be doing this weekend, and it's something that was shared on Share Your Art with Xrissart. This is our Facebook page where we continue the conversation. So hang in for that. And I wanted to also show the trading art cards that have been shared this week. So what I'll do is I'll just wait a little bit. Till a few people get into the stream, and I will talk about this. I just want to... Okay, so the project that I'm doing now, or that I have been doing in the last few streams, is a coloured pencil project on Stonehenge. Oh, Sarah, hello, nice to see you, my dear. And the Stonehenge paper that I'm using is not the one in the pads. This is the one that you get on the sheets, and I've cut this down to about A3, which is probably it's 30 by 40 centimeters. I don't know, what is it, 12 inches by 16? Anyway, it's something like that. 30 by 40 centimeters. I do come from that generation where there was imperial swapping over to centimeters, so I know both, but you know. Anyway, so I'll get to it. Now I'm also using a kneaded eraser to gently lift off the graphite, the graphite transfer. And the transfer paper that I like to use is Xrissart, graphite paper by Xrissart. The reason why I like it so much is because once I've transferred my image, and that also comes in white and the graphite, and the reason why I like it so much is because there's no residue after I've transferred. Abigail, hello, 30 by 42 centimeters. Sarah says, Chrissy, what are those good luck stones? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Okay, it's all in the spirit of sharing our arts and crafts all over the world. I received, now hopefully we'll see if Chandri comes in. Hopefully Chandri will come in, because Chandri sent me a crap load of these. Just a heap of them, and I love them so much. And I thought, we're trading art cards and things like that, and I thought, this is what I received, although I didn't trade with Chandri. Chandri was kind enough to send me all of these stones, which she's made, and she made a lot. Gail, hello. Nice to see you here. G'day, Nan. Hello there. How you going? Yeah, so this is, and it's just something, and I believe that Chandri has sent so much all over the world. I'm not the only recipient. Chandri has sent a whole heap. Now, Chandri is also our friend on Share Your Art with Xrissart, and she's, you know, if you want to see arts and crafts, art supplies, she's got something. She's got like a very good supply, let's just say supply of these things. And it's almost like, I feel like I wanted to get a shopping trolley and just walk past her cupboards and go, oh yep, this is it. Oh, Chrissy, remember, extra special hello for Nanette. Oh yes, that's right, Nanette, my sweet friend. That's right, I have to make sure. That's it. Hello Nanette, I'm so pleased to see you. Oh, hello, Nuria. Hello to everyone. Thanks, Chrissy, for telling me about the alcohol. No problem at all. All is good. So I thought, in the spirit of sharing our art and stuff like that across the world, I'll just wait just a little bit more. Yeah, that was a little low key, didn't you think? You're being sarcastic, aren't you? Surely. Dear. Well, just let me get my I'm getting my reference, so hang on a sec. All right. Okay. Low key. That was low key. Was it low key? All right. So where am I up to? Here we go. So of course, with coloured thanks for explaining. Oh, no problem. Oh, good. Silke, I am so glad you are here. Okay. And I'll need to explain a little bit here. On Share Your Art with Xrissart, our Facebook page, Silke was kind enough to share a video from another YouTuber, and making, I don't know what you would call it. It's almost like, even the person who made this is trying to figure out what to call it, but I think she called it like a base for coloured pencils. Now the ingredients are oil pastels. Hang on, let me just do this because I don't want to. Oh, bugger. Oil pastels, beeswax pellets. This is by Art Spectrum. Okay. Linseed oil, also by Art Spectrum, which I just so happen to have. And now this is paraffin oil, which is she called it mineral oil, and I had to have a look at what that was. And she was talking about baby oil, and baby oil is, I don't know, not archival. I mean, I don't even know if this is archival. I don't know. But anyway, this was the product. So what it is, it's mixing a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of the beeswax, and the pigment part is the oil pastel. And you would probably say, Chrissy, what are you doing using oil Sennelier? Well, you know, this is what I've got, but I've got another oil pastel, and it's pretty much chopping an oil pastel and mixing all of these ingredients and melting it. And what happens is that you put it in a pot, and it almost looks like lipstick in a pan. Okay, and then what you do is you let it dry, right, and then you apply it on your artwork as, say for example, base covering. So when I do this, when I show you this next week, because I'm going to do this weekend because I haven't had time during the week, I will link her video as well. And yeah, so now I know some of the people that have already done this experiment is Janice, and I believe Janice has shared this on Share Your Art with Xrissart, and I believe that Silke is going to be doing this as well. So I mean, and then yeah, I mean, I found this container, but I think no. I'm going to put it in an empty pan pastel container. But yeah, so these are that's what I'm going to do. So Let me have a look. Yeah. Thank you, Janice, for yes, for linking that video. There it is there. Oh, g'day, Hazel. Hello, my dear. I'm glad you're here too because I'm sharing some our trading art cards. Don't use those. I know, Nanette. I know. Well, look, I've got these now. Derwent. Now this is a very old. This is very old, and I've also got these, so I'm going to try both. Okay, these are oil pastels by Derwent. So yes, but I look, I understand. I understand. Yeah. Angela, hello. How you going? Maybe who said something about Athena? I thought Athena found her voice. Someone said that. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Nanette says Athena has. Oh yeah, look, it's the neighbours. You wouldn't believe it. The door is all closed except for this little bit here. There's only this much left of the door, so it's not fully closed because I just want to make sure. I just want to keep my eye on her. Chrissy, be careful. It's addictive. What the experimenting or that thing? Okay, I gotcha. Yep. Oh, thank you, Silke. Yep. Bit different. Yeah, got sick of it. Maybe Athena is chasing the birds. Yes. No, it's the neighbours. Yes, she is full of great ideas. Yes, that lady. Yeah. Okay. All right. I hope so. Okay. All right. So look, just let me get back into this. Now I forgot which pen. Oh, here it is. So this is the experiment which, look, I don't know what it is, but you know what? I love trying things out. And we've got so many enablers. Gail says, yes, use the Derwent rather than the nice Senneliers. Yes, I know. I know. Look, I'm thinking twice. So look, I'll use one pastel. Okay, now, this is a small set. I've already got another one of these. Okay, so I wanted to see the difference between something that is highly pigmented, and I don't think that the Derwent. Oh, gosh, I don't think that the Derwent are as pigmented as the Sennelier. I mean, the Sennelier oil pastels are like butter. Honestly, creamy as. Yeah, so. Yes, Silke. Yeah, it's interesting how they will. So, Janice tried the Sennelier, the red one of this, the red one. The 220. So, and this is just like a little small starter set. Starter set. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, did you miss the story? Okay. Nanette says, speaking of enablers, I caved and I shopped at Jackson's this week. For all of you enablers, thanks. You know, we've weakened. We've weakened. Did I miss a story about the special stones? I will tell you the story about the special stones. These special stones, and I hope Chandri comes in. A while back, Chandri sent me a box of all of these, and I was so delighted, and I treasure these. And what's happened is that Chandri she's sent a whole heap all over the world, And so I'm sure that there's, I think Abigail would know, it's like in the thousands, like the thousands all over the world she has sent this. So I treasure these things from my art friends. Everything that my art friends have sent me, whether it be photographs, cards, I've kept them all. I've kept them all because they're all very, very special to me. So, oh, look, you could have it as a good luck stone if you like. So, and Chandri made these, by the way. She made these. And, yeah, so that's the story. That's the story behind it. Okay, so, Nanette, what did you buy? Is the $64 million question. Yeah, there you go. And Abigail says, yes, that's right, Nanette. Yep, makes them and sends them out. Yep, into the world, out to the world. Silke says, Chrissy, this set is only $11 on Jackson's. The Derwent Academy, you mean? That one? Oh. Are they made with resin? I don't know. These. I believe they are made with resin. Yes, they're so pretty. They are pretty, aren't they? Aren't they lovely? Make sure that you can all see them. Yep. So it would be interesting to see the information. I mean, this is so old with these oil pastels. I don't know, you know, what the archival information is or anything like that. But yes. So... Oh, the Sennelier set. Ah, these ones. Oh, well, that's not so bad. Not like the full set, is it? Yes, she has done them for years. I gave one to a friend who told me she can't get pregnant. Now she has a third child. See, there you go. That's from the heart, isn't it? Oh, isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful. See? Because these were given from the heart. That's why. That's why. Yeah, so this is, okay. So what I'll do is, the meaning of the stone is that you leave them all over, overall for people to find. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, it is. It's nice. All right. While we're talking about trading cards, I thought I would put this week's art trading cards for people who are not on Facebook, can get to see what we've been talking about all this time. So the first one that I'd like to put up is Heidi Van Rokel and Thurza Phillips. Thurza is from Australia and Heidi is from Canada? Canada or the US? No, I can't remember. Oh gosh, it's either Canada or the US. But they've traded, which is really, really nice. So pretty. So wonderful. Cards are arriving, hoping to partner up with another. Well, I can put up my hand. I'll put up my hand. I've got another one to do, but Angela, we can partner together if you like. Yes, we can partner if you like. We can trade. Yes, they are lovely, aren't they? And of course, for those who, the whole story behind it is Angela kindly suggested this a while back, and I know that there's some kind of thing going around the world where it's sort of like a playing card size. It's like very, very small, but we decided to do a 4 by 6 inch, or I think is it 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters, and any surface, any medium, and what the whole point is receiving something nice from our art friends from all over the world who are like-minded people and who appreciate these things. For me, I treasure everything that I receive from you all. So I'm always pleased to, receive something really, really nice. Abigail has made me some sketchbooks, so which I'm treasuring as well. I'm too scared to use it, and I know you want me to use it, but I will use it. But yeah, so there you go. That's I'll leave that up for a little while, and then I'll share Hazel's and mine. Oh, okay, Chrissy. Okay, I have your info. Cool. These cards are so beautiful. Yes, they are, and they're really nice. I'm framing mine, so I know the look. Yeah, the owl looks. He's got this gleam in his eye, this cheeky gleam in its eye, because we don't know what it is. Yeah. So the coloured pencils that I'm using are the Derwent Lightfast. If you're just discovering me or asking questions, this is, yeah. Okay. Nuria says, I would like to send a postcard, but I don't know how to do it. Well, I'll explain it to you. Are you Nuria, are you with Share Your Art with Xrissart? What it is that you go onto Facebook Messenger and you exchange your postal address where they are to be sent, and then what happens is that once the recipients have received their art cards, then you can share it on Share Your Art with Xrissart, and I can post it up here and you can have a look. Thank you, Janice. Yes, Janice has just put the link to Share Your Art with Xrissart, Nuria. Yes, Hazel, lovely to see all the cards being exchanged. Abigail says, let me see, I've been a frequent visitor at the Goodwill hoping to find art supplies, and I did again. The price is always funny. Talking about bargain hunting. Yes. I'm really trying, but it's difficult. My downfall, Cherry says, is Amazon. It's just too easy. It is. Oh, and I've got another thing to tell you. Oh my gosh, I'm full of news today. Okay. Because I've got a day job, and our day job has done really, really well in sales for the last 12 months. Now, considering COVID, the company that I work for did really well in sales. So they decided to give us all a nice little bonus. And they, a sizable one, So I thought, Oh my gosh, I know what I want to buy. I know what I want to get with that. I offered to give half of it to my hubby, but he said to me, no, Chrissy, you go for that. And I said, okay, fine. I didn't argue with that. I'm thinking, and I'm researching now, I want to get a digital art tablet. The art tablet that I want to get is a Huion. Now, it's not the Wacom one because that's really, really expensive and it's way over my budget. You know, for something that if I was a digital artist, then that would be a different story, but I'm not a digital artist. This is something for me to dabble in. So I'm thinking of getting a digital tablet. You know, like like my art supplies. This one is up there. My only problem is that where am I going to put it? And another thing is, when am I going to get the time to use it? But I know I will. So the reason why I'm getting it now is because, you know, down the track, where I am, I've probably only got maybe a couple of years left to go, and then I'll probably, you know, I don't know, unless I get fired before then, that's another story. But yeah, I mean, yeah, unless I get fired, that's a different story. But that's what I'm thinking of getting. Because it's always been on my list. You know when you've got, when you go into Amazon and you've got your your wish list and stuff like that. Well, that's always there. Okay. Okay, Nuria, that's cool. Janice says, Christy, you deserve it. You wanted it for a long time. Yes, I did. I did a very long time. Okay. How about an iPad with Procreate? Oh, look, you know what? I've even thought of that. I really have. I've even thought of that, Abigail. Yeah, so I'm going, you know what, Abigail, I'm going to research that one as well. No, truly I will. Because it's, yeah, I've always sort of leaned towards that. You know, everyone talks about the iPad and Procreate. And the Huion, yeah. I think the iPad is more expensive. I had a look into that. Wow, okay. I think the iPad for us here, or for me, I think I've looked into that. Oh, look, I've gone back into that area again. That's what happens when you talked. Isn't that good that it, it lifts? Okay. Yes, so, yeah. Let me go back into this. Yeah, so I thought, and it'll work with some of the digital, works beautifully with Photoshop. It works beautifully with Affinity because I have Affinity, which is, yeah. Oh, look, I can't wait to, yeah. Now under this is a moustache, but I'm just doing some base layers here. Okay, I want to buy that too. My old iPad has died on me. Yeah. How expensive is Procreate? I have the iPad. Ooh, I don't know about that. I haven't, some of the people here would know for sure. Yeah, Okay. Ali, hello. I have been waiting for you. Have you tried the colour Rose D'Or? I have the Winsor & Newton one and love it. It creates a delicate colour, perfect for those rose petals. I haven't tried the Sennelier oil paint one though. I have been waiting for you, Ali. I tell you why I've been waiting for you. I thought, oh, Deb, hello, Sneaks. Okay. Because last week you were talking to me about the dioxazine purple and some of the pigments and stuff like that. Now, I don't know pigments. I mean, I've got a fair idea, but not into it. But I wanted to show you, and I think some of our other friends here know, but I use this particular book, and the reason why I've left it on here is because I want the information, okay? But I use this book for swatching. Okay, now you said Winsor & Newton. Let me see what I've got for Winsor & Newton. Hang on. Here we go. I do have Winsor & Newton. Now, which one did you say? You said, let me see, Rose D'Or. No, have you tried the colour Rose D'Or? Okay. Well, I think this is the ones that I've got for Winsor & Newton. I've got lots of other Winsor & Newton, but I don't think I've, yes, I haven't finished with my swatches, but I thought I'd get you, but you got me. But yes, your question, Rose D'Or, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is another book which I have, and this is Daniel Smith. Okay, so ask me a Daniel Smith question. Ask me a Daniel, because I've got the swatches. Okay, all right. So let's just put that aside just for a moment. Okay, let me put up now the other trading card. So I'll just hide that one. Now, the other trading cards that were traded this week was Hazel and myself. So this is Hazel's. Absolutely gorgeous. And, oh, it was just beautiful. This was coloured pencil. I'm going to treasure it, Hazel. Thank you so much for that. I love it so much. And it came in, you know, in good nick. You know, it was all very well packaged for me. And this one was mine. Let me just put that to the side there. There we go. Yeah. So this is our trade. So, oh, Deb. Sneaks, I'm not quite sure if you heard, but I'm going to purchase a digital art tablet. I'm thinking of Huion. Now, I know that you're a digital artist, or you have more experience with that, and I'm thinking of the Huion 22 Pro Plus. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one that's for my budget and for me, as a beginner with digital art, because I am very much a beginner. Yeah. Okay. This is Mars Black. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Hazel. Thank you so much. I enjoyed receiving it as well. Yours is gorgeous. Okay, Deb, you use the Wacom tablet. All right. Now, have you got some advice for me? Because the tablet, I've been looking for one where it, this one is 1080p, and I was looking at one that was 4K, but the difference in price was like about $400 or $500. So for me, that was just a bit much for me, because you know, because I've received, I don't mind putting an extra couple of $100 on what I want. I mean, even the one that I want is like about $800. Ouch. But they've given us, yeah, my day job has given us a bonus, which I'm going to use. Yeah, and I won't be able to spend that kind of money when I'm not working, when I'm a starving artist. Okay, Janice says, Chrissy, that Huion is almost 56 centimetres. We had thought it was a bit smaller. Well, that's a good size. Like, that's half a metre. That's pretty good. Yeah. And Abigail says, the graphic designer here, I do digital art for the last... Well, there you go, Abigail. My gosh, so sorry. Well, there you go. Give me some tips as well. Well, you have been. You always do, which I'm so glad. Ali says, Chrissy, Sennelier does have a rose d'or in their watercolour. Do you prefer the colour Bordeaux or quinacridone violet in the Daniel Smith colour? I do like both. We're talking Daniel Smith. Did I do Sennelier? Oh, yes, I have done Sennelier. Hang on. Here we go. You've asked me that question. Jeez. See, there's the shadow violet. See all the ticks? See how they're beautiful there? No, sorry. Now you're asking for Bordeaux or quinacridone violet. Quin violet. There's Bordeaux. No. There's Bordeaux. Oh, but that's not in the... Do you prefer Bordeaux? There's Bordeaux. Quin violet. I can't believe it. Quin violet. There we go. I must say, I like the Quin violet. And this is the Daniel Smith. When we're talking Sennelier, hang on. Did I do the Sennelier in this one? Oh, yes, I did. This is the Sennelier. Yes, this is the Sennelier. Now, you said the Sennelier Rose d'Or. Rose, hang on, Sennelier does have a Rose d'Or in their watercolour. Oh, there it is. Rose d'Or Madder Lake. I think that's what you mean. Is that the one? Oh, no, there it is there, that one. Rose d'Or. Oh, okay, you're comparing these, aren't you? Well, Sennelier, they're more translucent and very good for layering, I understand. I love Daniel Smith. I think I like the Quin Violet, actually, now that you're asking me this question. I do like that. So there you go. I'm so pleased I had this ready for you. Also, when we're talking about art supplies, okay, first before I go into that, okay, Sneak says it's a touch screen. I don't think the human eye can see 4K. All right. Okay, well that tells me a lot. You know, and of course it's my budget, so yeah. Okay, so 1080p. I don't is it with the Wacom where you can, is where it's a touch screen and then you can sort of use your fingers to open and or zoom in and zoom out? Yeah. Okay. Abigail says, I'm a terrible housewife. I know. Well, you know, like that too, you know. I mean, well, not that I'm a terrible, like, you know, like I like my house to be clean and all of that, but, you know, sometimes I got to just turn my head. But so long as my kitchen and my bathroom are pristine clean, you know, benches and all of that, you know, I can turn a blind eye at an unmade bed, or you know what I mean, or something like that. But kitchen and bathroom, yeah, no. Where we eat and where we bathe. So I understand, Abigail. Okay, I do. Let me see. I have no idea. Okay. I'm terrified of oil paint. Why are you terrified of oil paint? Okay, I do. I did a painting many years ago. The stuff just wouldn't dry. It took forever and I messed it up checking it if it was dry. Yeah, look, I understand. Yeah, I know about that, yeah. Nuria says, I have never painted with watercolors. How difficult? It is different to pastels. Watercolor is not as forgiving as even like colored pencils aren't forgiving. Watercolor is not forgiving, but you know, there are ways around it. You know, there's pros and cons in every medium. Yeah, definitely pros and cons in every medium. Yeah, I was curious about the water-based oils. Yeah, I've got to say I haven't tried it, so I can't talk about it too much. The idea is that you don't use solvent, and for some, that's water-based oils are probably really good for people who are allergic to the mineral spirits, or the smell is offensive to them. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, how difficult it is. Well, you know, like everything, you know, you just got to practice and play, and I think that's what it is. Look, I'm one. I haven't given up on watercolor. So and I'm, you know, I'm not as proficient with watercolor as I am with pastels. So for me, it's always. Although I reckon I think I've got it now. Do you know what I mean? I've got it now. So, and it's all about practicing. That's all it is. Sherry says, yeah, I tried my first one on Chrissy's Patreon. It didn't turn out well. That's okay. We're going to practice, okay? And it's not close by. Ali says, Chrissy, it's 11:42 in the UK, but I do enjoy the live streams. Well, I enjoy having you here and talking to us and telling us about watercolor pigments and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get ready for him if he comes in. You know, so next time I might even pull out the watercolors that you're talking about. I might just have a few. So you've got to give me some. You've got to give me the heads up, and so I can think about your questions or think about your you know, your advice and stuff like that. So definitely. When you're asking me about certain colors, so like, you know, okay, you touched it up with watercolor pencils to make it look a bit better. That's okay, Cherry. you know, that's okay. You know, we've got to, you know, we've got to practice. That's all it is. Why is this shaking? I don't know why. Cherry, I have a water-based oils, the Cobra. I even bought the fast-drying medium. I need to gather the courage to try. Angela says, I started with watercolors years ago and still working it. Yes, there you go. I'm still, Cherry says, I'm going to try again though. I've ordered a palette from Amazon. Okay. When we're talking, Nuria, when we're talking brands, are you talking watercolor brands? I think you're talking about watercolor brands. You know what? There are so many artist grade watercolors out there. The idea is, don't do what I do and get like a whole bloomin' set like the Sennelier. I got the whole set from Jackson's. It was reduced from, I don't know, it was around for me, 1,200 Australian dollars. 1,200 Australian dollars, and I got it for $500. Even $500 was a lot of money. Oh my God. But I got the set eventually. I was waiting for one great big sale. Yes. So, as you can see, coloured pencils is real slow. And what I'm doing here is I'm just layering very gently, and this paper is just beautiful to work on. You will say, okay, Hazel. You will say good night to everyone. We'll catch up tomorrow. Okay, Hazel. Thank you for joining in, and again, thank you for the taking the opportunity to thank you verbally as well for your lovely trading card. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm sharing a lot. I'm sharing a lot of art supplies because I wanted to also talk about. There's just one more thing. Okay, one more thing. I wanted to talk about paper, which I'm going to try. You could do some initial layers in watercolor, Chrissy. Yes, true. I could, you're right. Speaking of paper. Yes, Nanette, you are, yeah. Yeah. Now, this is something which I don't think we have in Australia, and Janice was kind enough to send me a few pads. So let me just, I want to protect my area here. And I'm going to be playing with this as well. This is the Canson. Here we go. The Canson, and I believe this is new, okay? It is, well, what does it say? It says dry mix media paper. It's 160 GSM, 98 pound. I got, it's sort of like a creamy color, and I also got, I got it in a toned grey sandpaper. Now it feels, if I can tell you what it feels like, and interesting, Janice was saying it felt in between, what did you say? In between pastel matte and something else. For me, there's a rough enough texture. I think it would be really good for coloured pencil. And the fact that, you know, it's mixed media, but it's not as thick, okay? But it would be just beautiful for drawing paper, maybe even using watercolour pencils and then coloured pencil on top. So, yeah, we don't have this in Australia yet. So Janice was kind enough to send me some, and which I will be trying out. So there you go. Abigail says, Chrissy, the lady from Colour My World had the tip of using cheap pencils and dipping them in OMS. You won't believe the result. I wouldn't try it with my Luminance though. Got to have a look at more of those videos from that lady, honestly. And Janice has already shared the video from before. But yeah, so sand grain. Yeah, so there you go. Well, that's interesting, Abigail. All these experiments that we can try. Oh my gosh. All these experiments. So let me get back to this. Protecting my... I just got that. Haven't tried it yet. Oh, interesting. Well, there you go. I'd be interested to see what you think of it. Ali says, Chrissy, problem with oils is that most of the colours in mass tone look very similar, such as the magentas, violets, blues, greens, browns, some reds. It's very annoying when picking a certain colour. Yes, and particularly when you want to make, you know, a palette, for example. The idea is to be really good at mixing. So you can mix mix colors. So if you've got, you know, like a warm red, it doesn't matter what medium, whether it's acrylics, whether it's oils, whether it's watercolors. Yeah, to be really good at mixing. I mean, there's a YouTuber that I know, an artist, truly, she has a cad red, I think cad yellow, I think ultramarine, I think she has something like a burnt sienna or a burnt umber, sorry. This is in oils, a white and a black, and that's all she has, and she mixes those colors, right? And she makes beautiful skin tones, and oh my gosh. She's a Russian lady and a young girl, well, young girl compared to me, and the color mixing is absolutely superb. But yes, look, I understand, Ali. Angela says, Chrissy, your swatch book is good for swatching all mediums. I'm inspired to do a swatch book, but I have a few different mediums. Well, you know, this is when I first was getting this particular one. Like oh, hang on, let me just get this off for a moment. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, these were gouache, and of course I labelled each one. And this was on the watercolor. Yeah, there you go. It's 140 pounds, so it's quite thick. So I was just playing around at the time, but then I discovered a nicer way, a neater way to swatch. But yes, this has always been a really good reference for me. You know, the differences. Liquitex ink. I haven't labelled these, but I should. It's very naughty of me. Yeah, so, yeah, and this is when I started getting a little bit better at swatching and labelling, and even ticking ones that I wanted, because then you could buy, there are these by Daniel Smith, and I know that there are other watercolor or other manufacturers that have dots, and you can then decide what kind of, you can go through and swatch and then decide, oh, okay. I mean, how many yellows do you need? Seriously? How many yellows do you need? Says me with all of the yellow. That, you know. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do. As I say, not as I do, I think. So if you're choosing between a warm yellow and a red yellow, you know, obviously reds, you know, a nice yellow and a nice red make beautiful oranges, but, you know, so I don't have all of these, I'll tell you that, but I've got a few of them. But yes, see, I like certain ones like this that have different colours that come through. The green apatite Gen. Yeah, so, and I love how the watercolour brings like all the different pigments come through when they're dry, you know what I mean? Lovely effects and stuff like that. So I do have some favourites. Or granulating colours, look at that one, like hematite, that is really, really nice. You know, things like that. I mean, I drool over these. I mean, I'm quite happy to swatch forever and just have a look at the pretty colours. I mean, who does that, hey? And yeah, these were all the pearlescent colours where I'd done a black and then see what it looks like against the black and the white. Yeah, you know, it looks different on black paper and different on white paper, but yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So Nuria, to answer your question, what you know, what brand? One that suits your finances. We have several brands here in Malaga, but I don't know which one to buy starting with. Let me see. Oh, Vivian, hello. How are you going? Nice to see you here. Welcome. The Windsor and Newton, there you go. Abigail, is nice to begin with. Depends on your budget. There you go. With watercolors, the most important thing to use is good paper. Absolutely agree, 1,000,000,000%. But don't get the most expensive, just experiment. Oh, that is perfect advice. That is perfect advice. Perfect advice. I just wanted to get... I'm just looking at my reference, that's all. Just getting my reference, looking at it. Yes. Okay. As many yellows as you can. Janice, yes, as many yellows as you can get. I know. I'm so greedy. The paper, yes. Angela says, I am laughing. We all are fine collectors of yellow. Love the swatch book. Thanks for sharing. No problem. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Sorry, Sneaks. I missed. I use Gamsol with coloured pencil, pencil shavings, mixed on Caran d'Ache palette to get into tight areas and to get great saturation and mixing. I can use the brush. I can then brush it on the piece I'm working on. That is also a very good tip. Very good idea. I also like that one as well. That's why I've got well, I did have some using sanded paper or paper. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to have some paper and yes, color on my piece and then use the solvent and use the brush. Yes, that's why I have got the brushes if I have to, and that's why I've got the Zest It. And so it's all close. Everything's in close proximity when I go to do it. So, but at the moment, I'm just enjoying just layering. You know, it's like watching oil paint dry, not just paint dry. Dee, hello, nice to see you here. Okay, Cherry, Cherry says, yeah, I bought the Winsor & Newton professional half pans to try, but Chrissy said to get cold press paper. Artist quality cold press paper. Yep. The paper, I bought Arsh, and the reason why I shared Arsh, because I've got quite a bit of paper, it is probably one of the most reliable watercolor papers to use. You know, yeah, the paper is the most important, truly, like Abigail says, and I think that goes with so many things. You're not going to believe it. I've lost my I can't find my kneaded eraser. I've lost it. It was here a moment ago. Damn that kneaded eraser. You're kidding me. Seriously. I'm not holding it, am I? No, I'm not. Well, let's just hope. Oh, gosh. Are you kidding? How is that possible? I was using it a second ago. It's not in here, is it? What do I do with it? I don't know. I've got a habit of losing erasers. Okay, there are many affordable brands, if we're talking about paper, brands like Hahnemuller. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. Anyway, but Arsh is the best. There you go. Okay. You can also buy a large sheet of good 100% cotton paper for watercolor and then cut it down and save money. That is also very good advice. That is like this one here, Stonehenge. I bought one large sheet and I've cut it down. So, yep. Yes, Nanette, that bloody thing ran off again. You saw me use it. I'm pretty sure you saw me use it. But because I want to get rid of the graphite that I'm just about to colour on. That is the most bizarre thing. Jeepers creepers. How is that possible? Okay, now the fellow, he's got a beard, but there's skin tones underneath. So I'm putting flesh as a base underneath his beard. So there's part of his moustache, and underneath I will use an eraser, and I'm also mixing on top of that was the granite, the granite. Yes, so yes, that's right. I need a leash for that eraser. Look on the back of the swatch book. D, hello. Welcome. Let me have a look. D. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my god. Thank you, DD. DD Battle, thank you. working and lurking as usual. Okay, well, thank you for thank you for that. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, truly, truly funny. Oh, jeez. What do I say? What do I say? The eraser picks up stones too. Oh man, that's the funniest thing. That's funny. That's very, very funny. Oh, you saw it happen. There you go. Okay. What can I say? I mean, Nolani. Oh, hello, Nolani. How you going? Okay. A leash won't work. You need a corral. Oh, too funny. I couldn't find my pencil the other day and it was behind my ear. There you go. See, the same sort of thing. Absolutely. Oh, gosh. Seriously. Yeah, that's very funny. Truly, you know what I should do? Because it's happened on more than one occasion that I do lose these. So maybe I should just put a pile of them up where I can see, like I've got, 12 o'clock on my table there, and just make sure that 1 minute it was there and it was gone. Yes, Janice, like magic. Funny. Can you hear my birds in the background? That's so funny. Oh gosh. That blasted eraser. One of these days. Well, you know what? It magically appears though. That's the thing. Yes, so and another thing I wanted to mention, so if people wanted to have a crack at this project, I have the reference on my Patreon channel, which is a bit of a segue for me to talk about my Patreon channel. I also live stream Monday nights and Tuesday nights, but it's there for replay for people who can't get me at that time. And the structure of Patreon is strictly tutorial based. Here we have lots of fun and carry on and stuff like that, but on Patreon it is strictly tutorial, and where we try projects like this, and we're probably it's probably quite an intimate, it's almost like an intimate art lesson, if I can put it that way, where you can ask me questions, and I do share lots of tips and tricks. On the project that we're currently doing now is we've cut up all sorts of tools to give us the effects on a particular project. So, head on over there. So if you really would like to. And thank you, Janice, for, sorry, don't spray it, say it. Thank you for linking Patreon. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Ali says, Chrissy, but I need lots of reds, Pyro Red and Scarlets, Cad Red Light, Cad Red Medium, Naphthol naphthol, make sure I pronounce that correctly, naphthol red, naphthol crimson, anthraquinone red, quin coral, quin red, quin rose, quin magenta, quin d'or. You want it all. That's what you're telling me. You want it all. I want it all too. How can you decide? That's right. All the reds. Okay. Cherry says, I think this is going to take years. Oh, it'll take a while, this one. So I'm ready for it though. It's one that I'm going to be picking up, putting down. Probably, I was hoping to do more in my own personal time with this one. There's a lot of concentration that's required with this one, but yeah. That's the plan. She's talking too much, says Janice. That's right, I'm talking too much. You know, Miss Chrissy, have a chat. Oh gosh, I know why that is shaking. Sorry about that. Yeah. So if you wanted to, at the moment on Patreon, we're doing a very, what's the word that I could, did that black spot come out in the Lightfast pencil? Oh, you mean, no, it did not. There it is there. Oh, sorry. If I go on the side, it's fine. But the minute I do this, bugger. Oh, that's bright, isn't it? Oh man, it's so much white there. See? That's when I go this way, but when I go that way is fine. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I got another one and I couldn't be bothered going back, and I just I know I could, but yes is the answer. Isn't what is it? Isn't this a chat show so we can talk art? Absolutely. What's this? Hang on. She talks so much. Yeah, that's right. Yes, it is. It's a chat show and we talk. Yes, we do. That's all we do. Just got a notice that my Amazon purchase just arrived. Thanks. Oh my God, what did you buy? They'll replace that pencil for you. All right, Sneaks. Everyone has been saying it. Everyone's been saying it. All right, maybe it's worth it. Hi, Kathy. Hello there. How you going? You bought watercolor. And what kind of watercolor did you buy, Nolani? Yes, that's right. Janice did tell me as well. I told her that last week, but she probably won't contact them. Yeah. Oh. I'm one of those people that probably go, oh, look, don't worry about it. But I shouldn't do that, should I? I should just send it to them. And I know that they won't have a problem in... All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. You might get the whole set instead of one pencil. Oh, now that's a thought. Maybe. All right, look, I'm going to do it because what I'll do is I'll even send the bit of paper that it does it on, so they'll see, because look, you can actually see the black through it. Yeah. Tell them to pay the shipping for it too. Now you have her attention. Yeah. They will only send you the one pencil. I had a problem with Derwent before. There you go. You know. Yes. Sneak says, I had a Faber-Castell watercolor pencil that was waterproof. I emailed them about it and they actually replaced the pencil. Gave little extras in exchange for sending the pencil back to them to figure out why. All right. Okay. All right. All right. I shall. I mean, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? Me just putting up with that? No, I don't want to do that. No, I do want that because this is a pencil that I need for this. Yes. I mean, I suppose considering I've spent quite a bit on art supplies. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow, they thought so too. They wanted it back badly. Interesting. How could they tell which batch though? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was probably in a batch that they had made. I reckon that slipped their quality control, I'm sure. But everything else, this is the first time I've ever come across this, so, you know, you're only human, correct? Janice says, Chrissy, those pencils are expensive. They should not have that issue. Okay. All right. I have been told. That's it. Did you ever find out what the issue was? Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, these are fast becoming one of my favourite coloured pencils. I gravitate to them now more so than anything else. And I've got so many beautiful coloured pencils. Keep the bad pencil just to smell. Yes. Yeah. Coloured pencil does take a long time, doesn't it? But was it a batch of regular coloured pencils that got tagged as watercolour? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And it's like that all the way through. I've been sharpening it and it's not stopping. So I will stop it, using it. And I might even take a photo of it, how about that, and show them what it does. Yeah. Okay, Abigail says, Nolani, let us know what you think of the watercolour. If it is like the pretty like the pretty excellent you are going to have fun. Yeah. Weren't you the one that posted the video from the Frugal Crafter about watercolor? Yeah. Sorry, that's in response to that one. Yeah. And that's what Share Your Art with Xrissart is sharing things like that. So, you know, we share YouTube channels. That's right. I just wanted to encourage you all to, you know, I mean, you don't have to because some people are not into Facebook, I understand. But here we just continue, we continue the conversation from the stream. And where we share ideas, we share videos, we share our work, we share our websites, our Facebook pages, our ideas, where to get really good art supplies. We're very good enablers in this group. And we do all sorts of challenges and you know, things like that. So okay, that would make, okay, that would be a pricey mistake. Okay, pricey mistake for them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it would, Janet's, yeah. Ali says, Chrissy, also Rose Madder, Genuine, Opera Rose, Bright Violet, Queen Pink, Queen Fuchsias, Queen Violet, Indigo Violet, Indigo Violet, Ultramarine Violet, Cobalt Violet, Dioxazine Purple, my favourite colour, and Perylene Violet. Wow. So yes, you want it all. Oh, good, Nolani, you'll let us all know. Enablers, really? Who? Oh, dear, that's right. Yeah. And of course the teeth aren't white, are they? Not really. I'm using Fossil Grey here. Just laying down some and this is part of the lip as well. Sort of like a very warm, it's a warm grey, this one. Yeah. Yeah. So for all of those who, yeah. So I've had a very interesting week. Okay, Cherry says, I learned that I didn't use enough water on the first watercolor project, so it was a very useful lesson. Let me see if I can get it. Hang on a sec. Give me a minute. Or 2 seconds. Hang on. Okay, this was something that, oh, hang on, hang on. Okay, hang on, I know my kneaded eraser is here. So this is a watercolor project that I was just playing with, okay? So nothing, it's not even a master. Oh my gosh, look at this, the kneaded eraser. But this is what I wanted to share. This was someone in the UK who made this, and this is when you're stretching water. This is when you're stretching, and I've shared this before. This is when you want to stretch paper, or you don't want it to buckle. And so just so I don't take it all off. So really, that's what this is. So you put that in like that, and anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but that's that. But yes, no, we were doing just a very simple watercolor project just to get the feel. This is Arche cold press paper, so we were just playing. But yes, so I just don't know, for the people that watercolor, do you stretch your paper? Look, you can go right into all of that. I don't, and if I do, I only use that if I'm going to. Okay, so back to this. Oh no, it's this lot. Okay. Watercolor is the hardest part. Sorry, water control is the hardest part of watercolor. Totally agree. I think it's important to learn one brand of good paper when you're getting started. Totally agree, 100%. Absolutely. Oh, okay. So Sneaks was asking, Ali, do you paint florals? And Ali says, yes, most of the time. Ali says, Chrissy, Janice, thanks anyway. I have to go now. Okay, Ali, thank you so much for helping us and enabling us to choose watercolors. What brands? What kind of colors? Okay, Silky says, I buy blocks to avoid stretching. Okay, yes. But you know what? I find, and I think it's because I've been too scared to, but the blocks, definitely agree, because the blocks are glued, specially glued. And, you know, you've got no chance of it buckling. But what about underneath? Do you not, doesn't it, if you wet too much, doesn't it affect the page below? This is, and of course I've been too scared to do that. I just take the sheet off the block, and that's not the right idea of buying a block, is it? Okay, okay, have a go. Yes, Sneaks, my secret is gum arabic that gives you control. Okay, and Cherry says, I bought the Arche, it was me and my control phobia. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're a tight painter, then, you know, you've got to change your technique when it's with watercolor. So it's the only advice I can give. And, you know, the techniques that you would normally have, say, for pastels, for example, because I know that you're a pastel artist, Cherry, it all works opposite, you know, it goes from light to dark with watercolor. Same with colored pencil, light to dark, if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, I suppose. And the same with watercolor. Angela says, watercolor. I just bought a watercolor art board to staple my paper. I will be trying it soon. Never stretched before. I'm a newbie at it. Oh, please share your experience when you do. Absolutely. Oh, okay. So you've never had a problem with that, Silke. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, no, Cherry, don't give up. We're not going to give up. Remember, we're going to do more. Okay, we're going to do more. I promise. I promise. I've got another watercolor project coming up, so... Okay, Sneak says, I use a multitude of paints and I use core. Ah, yes, screams. Core screams across paper when... across paper wet on wet. I love core too. And core is honey based, isn't it? Yes, it is. I will share. I am excited to try it out. Okay, wonderful. All right, let me see the time. Oh, okay, we're out of time. Well, didn't get very far, but we talked a lot, didn't we? I just wanted to say, well, that's it for today. I will be here next week, enabling and hopefully sharing more of our trading art cards. Can't wait to see more coming in. I've got to do a few myself. So, Angie, you're my trading art card partner, so cool with that. Okay. And Suke says, Cherry, watercolor is not easy. Maybe try some loose abstract pieces where you use a lot of water just for fun. And I agree. Oh, Chandri, you came in. Were your ears burning, Chandri? Look what I've been sharing. We talked about you. I think they have their own base, and I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh, it's not honey. Oh, okay. M. Graham uses honey. Oh, okay. All right. Ooh, you have the lucky stones with you. Yes, I do. All right, my dear friends. I'll see you all next week. Have a nice weekend and a lovely week. Okay. Bye for now.